Hi, this is Chris from Fanatical. What I quickly wanted to take you through is just how to use the report wizard in building your first set of reports. So you've been presented with a screen, where you would navigate to is just up at the top here, click on report. And then this is essentially a wizard process, a template building process that we step you through, and that you've got multiple choices that you can build reports with. So if you select summary reports, you'll see the next level here. You can then choose P&L, different forms of balance sheet, cash flows, or trial balance. If I look at charts and dashboards, there's some trend reporting that you can do. You can do some income and expense analysis or expense analysis. You can do comparisons, some forecasting, and there's even a dashboard that you can build as well. If I go back, there's detailed reports, right? And then you can have a look at, these are sort of your AP and AR reports. And then there's also a function just in terms of how to explode a report for specific dimensions if you want to recreate the same report but across multiple dimensions. What I'll quickly run through now is, let's just do a basic P&L or profit and loss. And next step here, you just step through, I want to say the wizard. There we can see just in terms of report periods. I can also actually just choose last month. I'm going to click next. In this step over here, you select your columns. So your columns are essentially, you're the top of your rows, right? So basically, what do you want your columns to be? You can have them defined as different periods, or you can actually have them defined as dimensions, right? So anytime classes, departments, or customers. This example, let's just use a basic example. Then I can also choose different filters. So when you build that report, you can filter by any of these dimensions as well. Let me just take class, just to show you later on. You can include budget values, right? And so here you would select which budget you want to include. Since I'm in 2025, I'll select, my 25 budget. And then here, if I want some actual versus budget variance, columns, populated for me, I can select those. Here, just some custom styling, and ask Flash to build this report for us. Okay, so there it's gone away and it's actually built this report for us, and let's give it a second to refresh. So Flash makes use of this account balance formula, and this formula makes use of cell referencing to populate it with the parameters that are needed in order to get fresh values from QBO. Okay, so we're essentially pulling data out of QBOs instead of pushing it here into Excel. But that pulling process, we've got to tell this formula, what values to go and search for, right? So we've got to tell it which company, right? So the company comes from cell A1. You can see the cell referencing. B3, B4, right? There we can see, just in terms of what dates. Actual versus budget, right? So we're telling it there in B6. We want actual values. The account comes from A9. And then we've also got this class filter over there. Okay, so since the cell referencing takes place over here, if I had to change that parameter over there, and I maybe just type in next month or this month, then we can see all of these cells essentially reference that as the date parameter. And then when I change that, then it refreshes. Yes, just some basic variance calculation, basic Excel. And then what we've just entered for you here is a bit of a percentage calculation as well as some conditional formatting. All right, so since we're also referencing classes over here, what I can do is then actually change and reference, and basically filter this report by class, right? And so there we can see, as I change the filter, it's essentially refreshing and giving me some alternative data here by class. Okay. So the next thing that I'll actually just quickly show you, before you venture off on yourself, is maybe just how to run a dashboard. So here I'm running to the pivoting, just to the dashboard selections. I'm just going through the selection criteria over here. And I'll choose budget data again, and let's build a dashboard. Flash then goes away, finds all the data in QBO, and then starts bringing it back into Microsoft Excel. And here we can see it actually building this dashboard for us. Okay, here it's built the dashboard for us. And I can just close this task pane to the right-hand side. So the top here, 4 KPIs, this just comes out of the income statement. Income with comparison, there is, prior month, PM is prior month, so 36% down compared to the prior month, 93% prior year. So same month, but, 1 year ago. So those are income statement items. These are some, balance sheet items. We can see some income and expenses trend. So it basically takes us I ran the report for May, right? So basically it was for end of May. So it goes back 12 months, shows income and expenses and net income. You can add other lines, to that as well. Cost of sales as an example. And then top 7 income and expenses, right? Categories. And so there we can see them. And then we do, here's just a comparison between cash versus accrual and some budget to actual progress. Okay, this is also refreshable, so you can change and delete, a specific graph here. You can add in your own ones. We've got a specific video on YouTube, just in terms of how to do that. Once you've made those changes, right, you can also change these dates. And I'm just going to go backwards. I'm basically in June now, right? So I can't go. But let me just quickly, put in some data here for April, and just to show you. But yeah, so obviously in the future we can go into future periods, and there you can see it dynamically, just updating and just refreshing as well. So this report essentially makes use of, these summary values over here. This is the report that it generates, and refreshes from. And so this is where, it essentially just gets its data from. And so, whenever you basically change this dashboard date over here, it essentially then goes and triggers, basically the values there, which then builds this 12-month report for us. And as I said, it's totally refreshable. Okay, so one thing is also then, just the last thing to note, there's a quick start video. Be sure to watch that as well. And then here is our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel, if you navigate to that, just by clicking on that button, has a whole number of shorts and videos in terms of various scenarios that you might want to check out. This one is an example if you want to put in your own chart and graphs and even maybe modify the KPIs. This one here, if you've never used cell referencing, to update the formula, have a look at this one. It's 2 minutes long, and it'll very quickly show you, just how to use our formula, how to change it, and then to bring in various classes, various dimensions, and you can almost build in a report that you want to. So very, very powerful. So just have a look at that, and just scroll through here, right, and choose the video for whatever scenario you specifically might want. Okay, thank you. Any questions, just reach out to myself, or send an email to support@fanaticalsoftware.com. Have fun.